Hey guys, welcome back to Talk Ads. All right, this is your host Eugene here. We talk about all things digital, digital marketing, digital stuff, digital social media. And today our topic is something very popular. I'm sure most of you are familiar with. Fake social media presences. And today my co-host Amri.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi. Okay, this is
Amri's going to talk to
thank
us
you,
and
Eugene,
share with
for the
us.
introduction.
Yeah, sure, great. He's going to share with us more about the findings of what he have discovered about fake social media presences. And we're going to talk about it now.
Okay, cool. If you guys have been following the series, this is episode 2 of the controversial marketing tactics series. So the previous episode, we were talking about sex and how it sells and how marketers use it to boost their content to get more traffic and stuff. And we were talking about the ethical and unethical kind of sides to it. But this one, for this one is fake social proof. And I would venture to say that this is like more definitely towards the unethical kind of thing. So let's look at the exhibit here.
All right, just load it up, share the screen. All right, as you can see here is a Twitter feed. Oh.
Okay. So this is so this is looking at the feed here. This is Ophir Harpaz. I hope I pronounced the name correctly. So she was booking a flight via One Travel. Okay, so this is the thing. So we'll get into this some more later. She actually tagged the brand. So One Travel, she was trying to book a flight or something, I guess. Okay. And there was a pop-up saying 38 people are looking at this flight. Okay, so 38 people looking at the flight. So, you get a sense of urgency. Okay, now book now before tickets run out. 19 minutes left, like 19 and a half minutes left. Okay, but then this Ophir person is actually a developer. I think maybe she is a developer. I don't know, but the way she investigated it kind of tells me that she might be. So looking at the HTML for this one, so it's actually hard coded into it, which is the 38 is just going to be like 38 people with, and then you look at the.
I see. So it's like a fake number, is it? It's not really people looking at it. Oh.
Yeah. So the JavaScript, the JavaScript there is rendering a random number. So every time you refresh the page, a random number will come out.
Oh, so my God.
So that's not how, that's, I don't know about you, like, how do you?
Yeah, I see it. It says right here that view _ notification random. So
yeah, that's correct.
It's a random number generated for its variable. Wow, math.random is obviously a random number. So you guys, whatever it is, they're just going to deduct it at 45. And you're going to feel like, there's a lot of people buying this right now. I got to get it.
Yes. So this is basically, we see a lot of, especially in the early days, a lot of companies do this. A lot of not even companies. A lot of these tactics are from the affiliate marketing kind of industry. Because affiliate marketing is basically you're running ads and then you're promoting someone else's product, and then you get a commission, and you have to make sure that whatever you're paying for the ads is less than whatever you're making for the commission. So affiliate marketers are the ones who are always at the forefront of this kind of unethical tactics. This is, I've seen this kind of thing before with those, those fake landing pages that affiliate marketers always use. But this is actually One Travel. If you look at One Travel, it's actually a legit kind of a company. I mean, I hope it's a legit company. They have like 14,000 followers on Twitter, based in New York City, according to their Twitter profile, have the actual website and everything, but they still resort to this kind of stuff. So Eugene, have you ever seen this kind of thing happen or have you ever experienced like this kind of?
Oh yes, definitely. When you do like those bookings like Agoda, or where you go to like all those bookings.com, and you tend to want to buy. Sometimes it comes with the travel ticket packages and flights, and it says like there's 4 people looking at this now, or 3 people booking this room now, or I can never tell whether those are real or fake. And for some reason, it does work, because my wife keeps telling me, it's like, hey, quickly, let's book it now. There's like 3 people and they only have 4
Exactly.
rooms left. And I'm like, okay, calm down, calm down. So
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
I think they just create this sense of artificial urgency to push people to buy because you already arrived at the page, and they're just trying their best to make sure that there's a conversion. So ethical or unethical, I don't know. It also depends on your cancellation policies. So
I do think it's unethical though, because it does mislead people into thinking that the product is more. The product has, this is basically trying to induce the feeling of scarcity in us, in us, the user, in the consumer.
Correct. So unless there's a new cyber law that starts being enforced around the world and everybody agrees to it that you cannot build fake scarcity, and if you do provide this kind of information that like limited number of tickets and seats, that you need evidence behind it, I don't know. If not, that doesn't work out. It's all just basically information in front of my face. And for those people who are not developers, or they kind of like, go back and inspect the code and all that, they wouldn't know any better. To them, it's like,
that's
okay,
true. That's true.
I know. So
that's true. So because this is a very aggressive tactic. Book now before tickets run out. There's like 20 minutes on the clock, and 38 people are looking at this slide. You see, there's a combination of, there's a time limit there, and then there's a scarcity saying that there's a 38 people looking at it. It's not, they just have to say looking at it. They don't even have to say like there's 38 people interested. They just say looking at it, implying that they might be interested.
Now that you bring
and
it up,
yeah,
exactly. You say like there's now 38 people looking at this, but then when you bring this up, it brings me back to all my experiences where sometimes you click on those like buy this feng shui book now. It might help you in terms of solving your whatever, right? So when I click on it, it brings me to another page where it says like you have only this limited amount of time to subscribe or to join the campaign or the seminar. And I ask myself frequently, how real are these numbers? And down there it shows how many people have joined. It's a very controversial tactic. But my question here is this: does it work? And if it does work,
it does. It definitely does.
Okay.
It definitely works because looking at this thread also, okay, this Ophir Harpaz, okay, the reason why she was like, the reason why she did this Twitter thread in the first place is because she did feel like if that 38 people looking at that offer didn't mean anything to her, she would have just I'll buy some other place, right? But but the fact that she took the time to actually investigate, is it really 38 people looking at it? It means she actually wants that ticket. And so that's that shows that the tactic actually worked on her. Or I mean, almost worked. Then when she checked the thing, and then I think she would buy the ticket anyway. But this will increase, I think, the conversion rate. Meaning, like if she would have shopped a bit more before seeing that 38 people were looking at this thing, maybe after seeing that she was like, yeah, I'm just gonna buy now. So it does work. It definitely does work.
Correct, because you don't know where the traffic is coming from and what the audience has already been browsing through or shopping through before they hit your site. And when your site basically pops up this same offer, which is in par with your competitors, and you say you got like 19 minutes, I'll be like, okay, you know what? I'll just buy it. And then for people who even know they're being lied to, they're like, okay, you know what? I came to this site already. I'm tired. I'll just buy it. So I don't know.
Yeah. I think that happens to me sometimes. I see the counter. Sometimes some of the counters I coded them before for someone else. I see that you see that sometimes you produce something and then it comes back to you, right? And I know that's not really that's not really happening. But sometimes that's why this kind of thing works, because as consumers trying to make the perfect decision is always really hard.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes especially for someone like me, some people have the patience to go to 7 different malls and 17 different shops to
just to look for the perfect product at the perfect price, right?
Yes, yes. They want to make sure they made the absolutely perfect decision. The way I shop is I just go into I just browse the internet a bit. I see something I like. I go to the shop. I take the thing. I pay. The whole process takes like half an hour.
For example, like this camera you just
So
bought for our podcast. You just went into a shop and you bought it, right? You didn't ask many
mm,
questions.
yeah,
So you're that kind of
yeah,
guy.
correct. Yes.
Okay, good. I got it. Got it.
Yeah. So on one extreme, there's people like me. That on one extreme there's people like me. On the other extreme there's like people like who do compare stuff as much as possible before committing to the purchase. And this kind of thing is basically what this is doing is, I mean, for people like me it doesn't really affect us lah, because we're gonna buy it anyway. We just, people like me, we just cannot, the stress of trying to make the perfect decision is too much for me. I just go and buy. But even for people who are willing to go out and compare prices to the most minute detail, when they see something like this, it will still nudge them towards the purchase even stronger than if they didn't do this kind of thing.
I guess you can say it's on both sides of the spectrum, right? Because for me, is if I know a product is very good and I really focus on a particular brand of a camera or a microphone or a smartphone that I want, I will tend to shop around for prices that what they can give me back, like rebates or discounts, stuff like that. It's not wrong, right? To just see what you can get back out of your deal, because you're going to spend around that same amount anyway, and you find the best deal. Like recently, I bought one of those Xiaomi 5 smartwatches. And I noticed that on the market it was like 169 retail, but when I go on Shopee or Lazada, I can see they sell it up to 99 ringgit or 109 ringgit. So my question is, am I buying a fake good? Is it a fake product? And that's where all like the reviews and the comments come into play, because if you're buying like Shopee or Lazada, you're being guaranteed by Shopee or Lazada for buyer's protection. So I'm like, what do I have to lose, right? At least if I don't get the product that I want, it's not original, I return it, I get my money back. Or if I get the product, it's original, I save 69 ringgit plus, right? So I went ahead and I bought 2 watches. It arrived and it works. It works fine. It is original. The only thing they didn't state was that there was a global version and a China version. And the China version is selling slightly cheaper. But when I did some research, it doesn't matter, because the moment you sync it with your smartphone, it follows your default native language anyway. So why do you buy the more expensive one? I don't get it.
Okay, that's a good point.
So yeah. So both sides of the spectrum. So it really depends.
So that's basically my shopping habits and your shopping habits. But I think the fake kind of a fake social profile, fake social proof does work for like across the spectrum. It works for everyone. Because that's why people use it. But it is a very controversial marketing tactic. It's also, to me, quite unethical, to be honest.
Well, I have to disagree with you. I mean, to me, if the sales work, it's selling, people are buying, cash is coming in, just keep it going.
Okay, so that begs the question, though. Is there a way to do it like in ethical social proof? To me, that's like
well, you must understand, when we talk about ethical social proof, it doesn't just fall and stop here where there's a created urgency and a sense of time that's limited to buy. It can also work with testimonials, right? So if in Singapore, they basically ban all websites to use testimonials. Because the problem is, for Singaporean, the government knows that if you use a testimonial, how do you know that the testimonial is genuine? Right? Because they can be paid, they can be sponsored, they can be bribed, there can be so many conditions. So they wouldn't consider a testimonial on a website as something legit. Hence, it's not allowed.
I see.
So, but in Malaysia or overseas like US, we start to see, hi, check out this product and check out all our customers and see what they say. And it's a different approach. But it doesn't work on me. Unfortunately, it doesn't work on me because I still do my research. So, depends what kind of a person you are.
That definitely works on me. If I see someone happy, just bought something I wanted and they're happy with it, I don't really. I'm that type of shopper. We are at both. We are at opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to shopping habits.
Okay.
So, cool. But the interesting thing I'm seeing with a lot of the what's happening recently is like, so social proof has been really evolving. You know, you have things like unboxing kind of videos. You know, that's like that's not direct testimonials, but it's actually a way where brands make their packaging look so nice that when people open the packaging, they feel the need to kind of record the experience and publish it on Instagram, on YouTube, on social media. So that's to me that is social proof, and that's perfectly ethical social proof. It speaks volume to the quality of the brand, you know, and people are happy with your brand and your product. I think, okay, you know what, this gave me an idea, you know, like, okay, guys, if you want us to cover like very good social proof practices and that kind of stuff, maybe leave the comments below and then we'll uncover some amazing examples for you all.
Yeah, at the same time, if you find
That sounds
anything that's questionable or you don't think it's really true or it's not right at all to be practiced that way, that you suspect it's a fake social proof, you can just also comment in the section below and we'll run through it one by one, and if we can see if we can decode the problem for you.
nice. Okay, so I guess that would wrap up episode 2 of this series, which is controversial marketing tactics. Episode 2, fake social proof. So, Eugene, anything you want to add before we close this session off?
Oh yes, I do. Quick comment on the sections below, because you only have 5 minutes. All right, we only take the first top 10 of questions. The first 5 comments, whoever in the top 10, we're only going to work on those. All right, so do it right now. Otherwise, we're going to ignore the rest. We don't care. We don't want to look at it. All right, otherwise, we're going to build a wall. We're going to build a big wall around the comment section. All right, talk heads out. Bye. Ciao.